Hi, this is Rich Hazel from Range of Motion Acupuncture in New York City. I just want to talk to you really quickly about a really easy stretch that I show my patients for low back pain. If you have low back pain that's worse when you first stand up, you feel hunched over, and then you have to walk to be able to stand up straight, and then the pain goes away. Or if you can't lie, you can't sleep on your back without your low back clenching up, you have to put pillows under your knees, or you need to lie on your side in a fetal position at night, you very likely have a tight psoas. Many people haven't heard of the psoas, but it's a really important core stabilizer and hip flexor. The anatomy of the psoas is really important. It attaches to the front of the lumbar vertebrae, and it passes through the pelvis and attaches on the inside of the femur, the leg bone. So when the psoas gets tight from us sitting, and they say most Americans are sitting at least 13 hours a day, when we sit that long, our hip flexors are getting tight and they're staying short. So what happens is that psoas gets tight, and when you stand up, it starts to pull on the front of your low back vertebrae, which is going to arch your back. It's going to make you bent over, feel like an old person before your time. So what we're going to do is a little stretch that I like to show my patients that's super easy. If you look on YouTube and you see psoas stretches, a lot of them, you got to get down on the floor, you got to get on one knee, and you got to do a lunge, or you got to do some other things from the floor. This is super simple. You can do it from a standing position. So what I want to talk about is how we're going to do this. I want to explain what I'm about to do and why I'm doing it. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing is putting my hands on my hip, and I'm going to just look up at the ceiling. You might only be able to just look up at the ceiling, no back bend. If your psoas is that tight, that might be the best you can do. That's okay. Once you're in that position, you're going to breathe really deeply below your belly button. The reason is that your diaphragm is interconnected with the psoas. So if you're relaxing the diaphragm, you're getting the psoas to start to release. And when you get that relaxation of the psoas, you'll be able to tilt back even further, and you'll start to, if you do this habitually, you'll get the psoas to lengthen, and it won't become such a problem when you've been sitting for a long time. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you the stretch, but I'm going to stand to the side so you can see what I'm doing, and I'm going to just breathe deeply into my low abdominal area to try to relax the psoas. And you might need to do this for a minute or two until your psoas is starting to get looser, and then it'll relax much faster. So what you're going to do, you're going to stand up, you're going to put your hands on your hips with your thumbs in those little dimples in the back, and you're just going to look up. And that might be all you can do at first. You'll just look up and you'll breathe deep, okay? When you're trying to relax the psoas, there's no flat stomachs, no tight abs. You got to relax this. You got to let it hang. Okay, so I want you to breathe deep and let the muscles start to relax. And as you breathe deep, you'll feel your psoas start to release, and you'll be able to go back further. Okay, now if you're in a lot of low back pain, cramping in the lumbar spine in the L5 area, you might only be able to just get your head to look up. That might be the best you can do. But if you start doing that, it's going to relax your psoas. I've had this problem. I know from experience that that is the case. When your back is hurting and cramping in the low back, when you first stand up, this is what you need to be doing. And when you do it regularly, you're going to get the psoas to start to relax. You're going to have less low back pain. So try this out. Do it every couple hours if you're having that kind of low back pain, and see how it goes. It should be helping. And just remember, if it's not helping, there are people like me who are doing acupuncture to release the psoas to get you out of pain fast.